Greetings, my fellow free and blood sovereign thinkers. Thank you for tuning in to LLTV Podcast. My name is Craig, transmitting from the beautiful Mountaineer State. And today's date is Friday, August 14th, I think it is? Yeah, I think so. I think it's August 14th. Let me find out here. Yep, August 14th, 2020. Yeah, I had to check on my phone. I'm on my phone right now as we speak. Oh, yeah, so you hear all the hype and hoopla and what's going on with the Huey and Dewey team, Biden and Harris, for 2020. Don't fall for it. They're nothing more than mind-controlled hacks. And, you know, a person like myself is not even praising Trump in a lot of areas as well. But I can say this, when you got a bunch of fools, tyrants, and hypocrites want to blame everything on one person, then you know they're hiding something or saying, we messed up, want to blame it on him. That's how I see things. And of course, I just hate watching all that TV crap anyway. It's like, oh man, all this rhetoric and people want freedom, but when there are guys in there, they flip-flop. You know, so I don't have to say any names. You heard my rants like that in the past, so you understand completely. And I'm not going to go, you know, I'm just going to do a simple article today. I'm going to narrate. And it has some merit behind it, too. And this is from the American Free Press. And this is originally written by Pat Buchanan, believe it or not. And I should do some more, but like I said, I've just been real busy. And so I had the time. Let me just do this, show once a week at least give, let people know I'm alive and well. So this one here came out yesterday, August 13, 2020. Pat Buchanan wrote it. He was a presidential candidate. He's a columnist writer too. It's entitled, Real Systemic Racism Being Instituted. What Patrick J. Buchanan has to say about this, before the Black Lives Matter moment, one had not thought of the NBC networks as shot through with systemic racism. Yet, with another explanation is there for the recent draconian personnel decision of NBC Universal Chairman Cesar Conde. According to Conde, the white share of NBC's workforce now 74% and divided evenly between men and women will be chopped to 50% persons of color, black, Hispanics, Asian, Native American, and multicultural folks are to rise from the 26% of NBC Universal workforce to 50%. What does this mean? White men will be slashed as a share of NBC's Universal employees from the pursuant 38% to 25%, a cut of 1/3, and then capped to ensure that people of color and women reach and remain at 50%. White men can fall below 1/4 of the workforce, but their members will not be permitted to go any higher. Can we say a company version of affirmative action? Something to think about here. To impose race-gender quotas like this on the workforce at NBC Universal, half men, half persons of color, would seem to trample all over the spirit, if not the letter of the Civil Rights Act of 1964. Why is Conde doing this? We have a unique responsibility to look like and reflect all of the people of the country we serve, he says. But whence comes this responsibility, realization of which means active discrimination against new employees because they are the wrong gender or race, i.e., they are unwanted white men. America has succeeded through as a meritocracy. Oh, it get tongue-tied there. Where excellence was rewarded, be it in athletics or academics. Our Olympic teams have triumphed when we've seen the best we had in every event. The egalitarian and ideological revolt against excellence is also rising in Fairfax County, Virginia, at Thomas Jefferson High School for Science and Technology, which concedes the Washington Post often ranks as top public high school in the United States. Why does TJ have a problem, writes the Post reporter. The school is notorious for failing to admit black and Latino students. Does TJ discriminate in its admissions against blacks and Hispanics? Is the school a throwback to the old days of massive resistance? Of 486 students in the freshman class this fall at the school, the number of black students is tiny. Smaller even than 3% of the class that is Hispanic. Is this yet another example of white privilege at work? Hardly. Whites make up only 17% of DJ's incoming class. The problem, if it is a problem, is Asian Americans. 3 and 4 members of the fall freshman class at TJ are of Asian heritage. Why do Asian American kids predominate? Are they being admitted on the basis of their race or ethnicity? No. Again, Asians are 73% of the incoming class because they excelled on the admissions test in math, reading, and science, and on the essay writing assignment. They won admission to TJ not on the basis of their ethnicity or race, but their academic excellence, as demonstrated in standard tests taken by students all over Fairfax and surrounding counties. Thomas Jefferson Principal and Bontendibus says of her school, we do not reflect of the racial composition of the Fairfax County public school system. No, it does not. But so what if Thomas Jefferson ranks among the top science, technology, engineering, and mathematics schools in the entire United States? And Bontendibus comments, raises a legitimate question. Is it possible to reflect that racial composition of Fairfax County and to remain top public high school in the United States? A related issue is up in California. In 1996, in a state referendum, Californians vote 55 to 45 to embed a colorblind amendment in their state constitution. No state shall discriminate against or grant preferential treatment to any individual group on the basis of race, sex, color, ethnicity, or national origin in the operation of public employment, public education, or public contracting. Clear, coherent, and colorblind. The Democratic legislature, however, wants to be rid of this amendment as it outlaws the kind of racial and ethnic discrimination in which Sacramento wishes to engage. An amendment is on the November ballot to repeal the colorblind amendment and allow California to start discriminating again in favor of African Americans and Hispanics and against Asians and white men, to alter the present racial balance in state university admissions and the awarding state contracts. If this passes, more Hispanics than black with lower test scores will be admitted to elite state schools like UCLA and the University of California, Berkeley, based on race, and fewer Asians than whites. Practices that were regarded as race discrimination and supposedly outlawed in the Civil Rights Act of 1964 will henceforth be seen as commendable and mandatory. There will be racial and ethnic discrimination, as in the days of segregation. Only the color of the beneficiaries and the color of the victims will be reversed. And that is the true meaning of the BLM revolution, which might be encapsulated in the phrase, "It's our turn now." So it doesn't worry about the merits, but based on what you look like. And that, to me, that's downright ludicrous. There's a lot of great talents from these beautiful human beings across this country. And the world got awesome, unique talents. We're all different one way or the other. But if you're going to get rid of the colorblind amendment, it will be California's version, state version of affirmative action. To me, that's dumb-downing, unacceptable, irrelevant. You always judge the person by their actions. Nothing more, nothing less. Always had that mindset. Yes, I was a real ball buster when I was a kid. I admit that I made those mistakes. But in due time, you start to blossom, see things a lot broader, and trust me, it is beautiful. And this is why what California is doing is irrelevant and bringing back Jim Crow style laws or practices in the Golden State. And the fact is, too, folks, the people that represent those that state, at the least, can't even wipe their own rear ends. Don't fall for it. Shoot it down. I would. Because if you do that, your rights as an individual can be jeopardized. And we don't care what the Marxist buffoons have to say or the tyrannical douchebags as well. And you know what? That will be it. I'd like to thank everyone for listening. Plus, feel free to download and share this throughout your social media networks. If you have any questions, comments, let me send something that's interesting I want to check out. Whatever you do, please send your correspondence to decorum. Plus, I will leave the footnote on my Spreaker page. And if you want to donate, you can hit me at paypal.me/LookYouLook3. And if you want to subscribe to American Free Press, AmericanFreePress.net, good site, and observe responsibly as always. Once again, thank you for your time. Plus, always remember that the demoniac resistance is healthy for the soul and can liberate humanity. Until next time, take care of yourselves, keep on spreading the love, and may your guardian spirits be with you.